try. And I'm like, yep,
No. Oh my
yep, you
God.
need to fix them.
All right,
I
why don't you
literally
send
put
it
it
to
in the
me too,
email.
Jenna, so I can fix all
I
mine.
put it in the email how to fix it, just so you know.
Thank you. Thank you, because that is like a lot of money.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, Josh,
Perfect.
take it away. You're muted.
Okay, sorry, I'm just checking my messages, make sure that we didn't miss a VIP.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people that I know aren't here, but it's okay. We'll
Yep,
record it for them.
we are recording, right? So we can send them the VIP recording. Dr. Deborah,
Okay,
good to
I
see
want to make
you.
sure. Yeah. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing anything because I have this adorable little bulldog. We actually had two. One passed away earlier this year, but this little bulldog who is like, she's black and tan, so she's literally looks like a shadow. We have black couches, and I walked out into the den where she was, and I couldn't find her. And I thought that she'd run off, so I'm searching the whole house. And then I turn around and she's literally like right behind me. And so now she's here with me. So I had to let her know. But thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you guys showing up today. This is for you guys. What we talked about today, this is just the first half of these 7 steps. They align very much with what you're going to be learning in the membership if you choose to join the membership. But if not, I want to reemphasize what Jenna said, what Heather has said. We're about real results. We're not just about let's give you theory and fluff, even on the freebie stuff we give you. We give you real tactics, real strategies so that you guys can win. And those of you that chose to upgrade to VIP, we want to give you an extra opportunity to be able to pick our brains, to ask any questions from what you just heard, and really let us help you. Again, let us coach you and show you kind of the wins you can get applying these strategies. So, with that being said, Heather, would you like to add anything else?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So this is all about your time for you to come to us with any questions that you have to help us up level your business so that we can yeah, provide a little help to you today. So yeah, and the great thing for you guys is there's what, only 4 or 5 of you on here right now, and a lot more people paid for VIP. So yay, yay, you be excited about that, that only 5 of you are here. So that is exciting. Just so everyone knows too, today wasn't my day to talk, so you'll get to hear a lot more from me tomorrow. But just so you know, I'm a huge systems person. I am all about getting organized. I am all about systems. I am all about delegating in order for you to scale your business. So that's really where my strengths lie. So if you have any questions around systems, organization of your business, delegating, time freedom, um, Dr. Deborah knows about it. So she's been there, done that with me. So that yeah, that's where my strengths lie. And you pretty much know from Josh and Jenna where they are. So who has a question for us?
And if not, we'll force questions.
Right, right.
I mean, not like force you to, we'll just coach you. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Not, we won't force you to
Well,
ask.
I don't mind starting out.
Yeah, please.
So I was one who was like, I have basically been avoiding social media other than posting. So, like, how do you make this manageable? Because to me, like the energy drain that I have from the social media. So, like, what kind of systems do you put in place to keep it manageable, basically?
Yeah, so two things. Number one, it doesn't drain my energy. So wait, Facebook, I'm trying to share my screen. So
So
one thing that I
while
do,
you're
oh, go
sorry,
ahead.
Jenna, while you're pulling this up, I'm just going to ask one question, just so we know, where are you at in your business? Are you just starting out in business? Have you been in business for years? Are you pulling a lot of
Well,
money in monthly? Where are you?
Well, I've been in business a few years, but not really not getting not getting the clients, not getting the income that I need.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Good to know. And what's your business about? Just
Business coaching, basically
coaching. Okay.
productivity,
Yep.
and goal setting.
Perfect.
Okay. So
Okay.
your people are hanging out on social media, I can promise you. And actually, they should probably not hang out on social media. They should be in your coaching program. They're
Well,
scrolling.
so that's the thing. Part of my productivity is I cut social media out. But
Great.
Hmm.
Great. But guess what? They're on social media because they haven't found you yet. right?
Yeah.
So one of the things I would say, the easiest thing that you can do is just prime your social media. I have a, I have like a, oh, what's it called? Oh my God, a cheat sheet on how to do this. I'll shoot over. But here's the thing, right? People who show up and just look at my page, they know immediately what I do, right? It's a free billboard, right? And so that's number one is just getting like this is a pinned post. It's always here. I don't have to write it. People just show up, they comment, they get it. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I literally treat this like Twitter. I'm not even on Twitter, but what I do is I almost just treat it like a diary. I'm literally like, this is me 2 minutes before we went live. I'm like, oh my God, guess what? I'm going live. That's all I said in this video, right? And then I'm like, I obviously post about dyslexia. I literally just post, like I posted this yesterday, 24 courses for $24. I didn't even have to do anything. And these people are like, yes, please, I will buy it. Right? Like that's where I want to show you how simple this is. Like I am not a copywriter. I am not like doing crazy, crazy things. I'm literally just posting what I feel, right? This, so number one, if you just start showing up and just writing what you feel, like literally today, you should be like, I just went to this amazing training. Here's 3 things I learned. That's it, right? And like letting people know who you are and that you're a coach and all of these things. The other thing I want to just show you is like, see this like very simple post. It is 7 seconds. I walked in, I sat down, I did it. I didn't make this post. Do you want to know who did? Heather's team, right? So I employ Heather's BAM, which they're VAs that are very certified. They're trained in very high level and they're freaking amazing. I sent her the video and was like, can you make this for me? She did it in about 30 seconds and gave it back to me. You know what I mean? Now, I could have done this, but I'm like, should I do this? I make $700 plus an hour. Should I spend my time doing this, or should I give it to a VA who could do it for me, for $20 an hour? Right? So it's like really honoring yourself and who you are. Should I be doing this work? Right? So I always think, okay, if it's going to take me longer than, 10 minutes to do, I don't do it. Right? And I know that right now, a lot of times we think like, oh man, I'm not making enough money to hire someone. But I also want you to be thinking about how much money do you make an hour? And the question then becomes, should I be doing this for this price, or should someone else so that I can go do the things I'm supposed to be doing? Do you know what I mean? So in terms of social media, I literally just, if I think it, I write it. It's not that deep. I'm not that excited. Like I literally just, like literally the other day, felt the Holy Spirit in me. I wrote about it. Like that is as quick and simple and non-thinking as it needs to be. And then again, the rest is just, and frankly, like on Facebook, the things that are doing the best are just words, literally just text words, like no picture, no video, nothing. And I will actually show you, I don't know if I can demonstrate it on here. On my dashboard, this is just like, because I'm a professional mode, 80,000 views I've had on Facebook this month. Facebook's actually paid me $16, which is really funny. And I don't know if it will show us on here on this view, but the things that actually got me the most views are literally me just typing words. No video, no, smart stuff. It's just me talking about things that I've taught my clients or ahas that they've taken away from me or, whatever. I don't know if you were here right at the beginning of this VIP session, but Allison shared something. Allison, would you mind just kind of telling how you feel about group track, or not group track? I need to feel free to say that, but
Social.
how do you feel about posting on social and then what you did and what happened?
Oh, okay. So I never post anything about sales really on my Facebook profile ever. And on LinkedIn, I tend to focus on value stuff just because it just happens to be what I do. And so this morning while Josh was doing his talking, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and post a little like backstory as to why I started my program. And I did. I posted it on my Facebook profile. I posted it on LinkedIn, and I got a DM back within minutes on both platforms saying, I saw your post. Tell me more about your program. And I was like, I didn't even know I had yellow cards in the audience on Facebook at all, to be real. And then on LinkedIn, I was kind of like, that worked. Like, I can't believe that just worked. Like, it was very shocking.
I mean, and that's the craziest thing. Like, look, I posted this yesterday. I only have like 900 people on Instagram. I was like, hey, selling 24 courses. Tell me if you want it. Like, this is crazy. And this is okay, but look at the comments. Yes, yes, I want this. This was a straight up pitch post, even. This wasn't even me building value. I was like, do you want this? Do you realize, like, I think I converted, I mean, for $24, I think I made like $500 yesterday off this one post. That's silly, 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 silly to not do it. I don't even have to like then try to sell it. All I do is I'm like, oh, hey, thank you for asking for this. Here's a link, and I'm done. Right? So our goal here is to show you you don't have to be like a content creator. You don't have to have copywriting in your brain. Post things that are going to help people so people know what you do, and then just that's it. People will buy.
Yeah.
But follow up.
Yeah, that I guess the follow-up is the issue because I actually do post. Like I do it all through another platform. Like I've got the RSS feed for my blogs. Then anytime I have like a webinar, I've got social posts like for maybe 2 weeks before sending out. But I just don't see like engagement from
Yeah, so-
anything. And like it just doesn't seem to be bringing me the results that I want. So that's what I'm trying to
Absolutely.
figure out.
Okay, I got you. So two things. Which platform are you using for social media?
Well, I have it posted to everything, to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest.
Where do you think you're most, you have the most followers that are ideal clients?
I struggle between either LinkedIn or Facebook. I prefer personally LinkedIn, but I'm thinking that a lot of them are actually on Facebook.
Okay. So this is good, right? I'm just looking at your page, right? And yeah, fair, right? You're posting this. Okay, so anytime you post a link that
Yeah.
takes someone off the social media page, Facebook will not show this to people because they want you to keep people on Facebook.
Yeah.
So don't put links that are going to take people away. Okay. So, and that's what you're doing, right?
Hmm.
Almost all of your stuff is that. So your page is just not being shared. The other thing is, and you did a great job of like saying what you do, but you only have 800. You're only following 129 people,
Right.
right? Like
Yeah.
number one, go into my Facebook group. That is for the, for this event, the 250. Friend request every person in that Facebook group.
Okay.
Because if they're your friends, they're going to see your content, right? The other thing, I'm going to give you guys 2 ninja tricks that are going to freaking blow your mind. I was in, I don't know if you guys know Taki Moore. He's like the coach of, the $1 million coach is what they call him.
Love
I went
talking.
in, I went in and did a training in his group over the summer, and I shared this tip with them, and it was like they were mind blown. And I thought, wow, I thought all 7-figure earners knew this, and it was like they didn't. So I'm going to share it. Okay. So let's say I do a post, right? So I just put a post and I was like, hey, I made a AI assistant that builds out your Facebook group. But let's say I get 0 comments on it, right? And I'm like, all right, well, that one didn't go very well. Here's what you can do. When you click on a social media post, and you can do this with Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook, okay? See how there is this timestamp right here where my little cursor is? If you click on that and then grab the link here in the browser, I'm going to copy it. Now, what you can do is you could email your entire list that link. So I'm going to pretend so this is what I would be like, oh my gosh, I just dropped this crazy thing, get it here, link. Okay, so I just did it in the chat. I want you guys to click on the link in the chat and tell me what happens. So pretend that I just emailed you that. OMG, I just dropped this crazy thing you want so bad. When you click on it, what happens? It should either take you to my group to make you join my group, which means I just built my following. Or if you're already in my group, it dropped you right off on that post. Do you guys see how that works?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the post, right?
Exactly. So we can use email and DMs to get people to see your social media posts, right? So this is the truth. You might look at my post and be like, damn it, Jenda, you got 99 comments. How the heck did you do that? Well, guess what? I did not wait for the algorithm because remember, I wait for no one. I'm going to do my job, right? So what I did is I'm like, well, I made this post and I want people to see it. So I took the permalink and number one, I emailed it to people. And number two, I DM'd it to people and I was like, oh my gosh, you should see this really cool thing. You can see it here. Get it now. Boom. That's how it looks in the DMs now. They click on it, it takes them right to that post. Right? The other thing is, I want you to notice the difference between my posts, Lourdes, and yours. Yours were speaking at people. Mine are speaking to people, right? I'm like, oh my God. Do you notice I'm like, literally like, I don't even know if it's coherent. 99% of my posts have typos in them because I'm like, I'm not thinking, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I literally posted this 30 seconds after I made this thing, right? Notice what I said. Do you want to see it? Literally, do you want to see it? Right? So look, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Okay. So then when I reply to every single person, guess what I do? I'm like, great, you can grab it here. And do you want to know where that here takes them? Straight to my sales page. Right? I mean, this was a $10 offer that I think we made $500 off of. And what's really fun is I don't even have to deliver anything. I made it once, you use it for the rest of your life, right? So this is the thing. I think we think, oh my God, I need to spend, make this big ticket offer. I need to do all this stuff. You really don't, right? It's just post, do it in a way that gets people to talk to you, and then send them a DM and follow up. Okay. And actually, in that 24 for 24 bundle, we have a GPT that actually is like, what are you selling? And then it makes a social media post for you. And then it tells you exactly what to DM them in order to make the sale. So if anybody grabbed that, you'll see that in there. Like the whole strategy is done for you. It's pretty crazy. Is that helpful? Okay.
Yeah, that is. Thank you.
Can I just add a couple of things to that? Jenna's strategy is amazing and it's spot on. One of the things that she mentioned was like going into the group and then you friend request everybody. One of the things that I found too, and again, this is counterintuitive to what a lot of the big gurus out there are telling you, is they say go into a group and then do a value post, right?
Yeah,
Post
I've heard that
something
a
like
lot.
showing your authority.
Mhm.
Again, I think we've been on the internet too long. We see that and we immediately go, oh, they're just fishing for,
Yeah.
clients, right? What I like to do is a value comment. So I find somebody that's actually asking a legitimate question, and then I drop and I use that same thing that I showed you guys today. I mean, they're already saying their pain, right? So I don't have to say, have you experienced this? I just say, hey, Heather, I've experienced that too. Here's 3 things that you can do to have less of that. Or here's the number one thing that helps with that. And by doing that, oh, by the way, ninja tip, if you using Jenna's language, I love that. I'm stealing that, Jenna. Pro ninja tip. I'm going to go pro ninja tip.
Oh, pro.
Make a video to answer, just a 30-second video, because the video gets more notice because here's the thing. Have you ever been in a group and somebody asks a question and then you look in the comments and people have just like a period there, just a dot, or they just say following? That's because they're following. They want to hear what other people have to say. And so your video will get more notice than a bunch of written things, especially if you've got something a little bit longer to say. There's a difference between a 30-second video that we'll sit and watch or an answer that's, the introduction to the Lord of the Rings, right? Like we're not willing to do it. Maybe it's the same amount of words. It's just on video, we're willing to watch it. So I do that all the time. And then obviously there's one other thing too, and this is something I'm actually going to be one of the first trainings I'm going to be doing, because one of the first things when I started productivity coaching was social media, people getting stuck on it. And I created a social media power hour. And that's where you just go on, you do that work. And maybe Jenna or Heather could correct me on this, but as far as I know, as far as it's worked for me, instead of being on there all day long, if I come back the next day and respond to comments, the algorithm thinks, oh, this is still a relevant post, and it'll bump it up in people's feeds if you come back, rather than the immediate response and then it kind of just peters out and fizzles. Coming back, I once had a post on Facebook that kept coming back, people commenting it for like 18 or 20 days, which is, I think, pretty good for Facebook, because things get buried pretty quick. But That's something
Well,
that those are two tips that I recommend is kind of setting aside time to do it so that it's every day you're just commenting at the same time and getting those and following up. And then number two, and then, oh, by the way, when you post a value comment, by the way, go back the next day, everybody that gave you a positive response, whether it was a thumbs up, a heart, care, a positive comment back to you saying, yes, this is right on, whatever, send them a friend request so that you're not
Yes.
just indiscriminately,
track 'em.
make sure,
Yep.
yes, and track them. So
Yep.
those are my three
Dr.
tips.
Deborah, does that sound familiar to you? We just kind of went through that last week. Yeah.
I would also say too, if you're gonna like follow up from someone else's post, like if they're in another group, screenshot the question in the Facebook group, paste that in the DMs and be like, hey, I saw you asked this question in this group. I thought I'd answer here.
Yep. Yeah.
But I was gonna show you and I'm having to scroll too long, so I might give up. But we have a post that we did in 2020, maybe 22 that was like, oh, do you want our DM chat templates that helped us sell, 56,000 in 19 days? I literally still get people commenting on that post years later. And the way I do it, I'm just going to give up on showing it to you. My welcome series email, when you come into my Facebook group, we have a welcome email because when you come into our group, we capture your information using our software. So you immediately go into our email series. My email drops you off on that post. So I have that same post from 4 years ago that people are commenting on every day, and I never have to do anything about it because it just drops them right out there. So, you don't have to do quite as much as you think you need to.
Yeah. Looks like Vivian has a question for us. Whoops. Oh, there she is.
Hey, actually, I don't
Hello.
have a question. I don't even know how that got up, but thanks for noticing.
That's okay. Oh, you're welcome.
I was just listening attentively, and it's all great. But
You're just saying hi. Hi.
yeah, I was hi, maybe it'll come up again.
Oh, that works. That works.
Well,
All
thanks,
right. Perfect. Does anyone else have any questions you can think of?
If I can go back to when you're dropping the link, so you said don't put it in the post, but it's okay to put it in the responses or the DMs, right?
Yeah, so I try as much as I can to not give a link off of the platform unless, so like for example, I'll show I'm literally doing this while we're sitting here because I have ADHD clearly. So like I did this post yesterday. Hey, tell me if you want to buy these 24 courses for $24. Notice in the post, I never put the link to purchase because if I did, Instagram would be mad at me. Okay. So then for everybody who's commenting, notice here, I'm still not giving them the link. I'm like, great, I'm going to send you a DM with the information. And so then what I do is I open up their DM and I'm like, hey, thank you for asking for the link. Here it is. So as much as I can, I want to keep them on the platform because that makes the platform happy. And plus, think about it like this. If I just drop the link, nobody would be commenting on my post, right? I want the comments to start doing the job to boost the algorithm for me. So when I make you work for it a little bit, then I reward you with a crazy deal, right?
And by the way, what Jenna just said, so if you guys have never seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix, go and watch it, but watch it through the eyes of a marketer because the first time I watched it, I went, none of my daughters will ever have social media ever. I'm going to get off. It is of the devil. Then I went back and I watched it through the eyes of a marketer and I went, oh my gosh, this is my game plan literally for organic marketing. The basis of it is this. The algorithm wants to keep people on the platform. Give the algorithm what it wants and it will give you what you want.
Yep.
Show it who you want. Again, when you're in those groups and you're sending friend requests, show the algorithm who should be showing up in your people you may know by friend requesting strategically certain people. And they're all coaches. I literally now people you may know, I don't get, EJ from high school and I don't get Tom from college and I don't get Aunt Susie. I literally get so and so coach, so and so coach, so and so coach. And because it knows. And so when you give the algorithm what it wants, it'll give you. I think there's this misconception out there that we've got to game the algorithm. And one of the things, again, that I love about Jenna and Heather, they're just like, no, just give it what it wants. It wants to keep people on there. That's its whole job. So that means quality content. That means if you can avoid it at all, trying to take people off the platform. That means getting comments, likes, engagement. And if you get that, or if you give the algorithm that, if you're showing the algorithm, I'm keeping people on your platform, it'll give you what you want. So that's really just kind of the basis. But I would recommend, if you have never seen it, go check out The Social Dilemma. If it's still on Netflix, I think, but view it through the eyes of how do I use this to my advantage as a marketer? Because it's a brilliant, it is literally a masterclass in marketing on social media. And now I'm taking you off my platform by telling you to go to Netflix.
I literally was sitting here going, or you could just buy Josh's, membership.
You could. And that is one of the things that we talk about in the membership is because that, again, that's one of, so guys, I'm just going to give you the 6 steps. And some of you that have been on a call with me have heard this. Some of you that have coached with me have heard this. But step 1 and 2 you got today. You got to focus on the transformation, and then you got to become the guide on social media. Step 3 is program the algorithm. And everything Jenna talked about, everything I've given you, those are the steps we're going to talk about to get you to program the algorithm, to give you that high level ideal client. Put the right eyes on your media. The next one is get into the DMs without being pushy. Again, that Jenna talked about that today. That's exactly what we want for you guys, is those easy peasy, non-pressure, just I'm here to help. Do you know somebody I could help? Step 5, this is where it throws people for a loop. I don't do sales calls. I've never done a sales call in the last 3-4 years since my coach got me doing this. And I just coach. I call it the Costco method of selling. It's, when you go to Costco and they give you those sweet little ladies in the back, they give you a sample. I went there years ago and I was walking through and this sweet little old lady handed me a little cup and in it was microwavable chow mein. And I took a bite and I remember vividly what I said, oh my gosh, I need this in my life. And she laughed. And she says, well, they're right behind me. They're $15 for a box of 6. Completely, totally unhealthy. I'm a diabetic. My wife hates it when I get them. My doctor hates it when I get them. They both know because they both track my blood sugars through my continuous glucose monitor. And I buy 2 boxes and they're gone within a week. So the point is, though, is I never would have known I needed that. Most people don't know they need coaching until they experience it. And when we get them on a sales call, they're throwing up a wall. But when we coach them, they're putting their wall down, they're experiencing it. And then if they resonate with you and you resonate with them, they're going to say, oh my gosh, I need this. How much is it? And guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, Vivian is one of my former students. That's exactly what we did, right, Viv? We got on a call. I coached her 2 hours. I do 2-hour complimentary calls. I coached her for 2 hours. And at the end of that call, she was like, oh my gosh, I need this. How much is it? And so that, guys, is exactly why. And she's back in my membership because it works, right, Viv? She loves it. So the point is this: when you coach, there you go. When you coach, you are helping people to experience you. So that's step number 5. And then you go, well, then how do we sell? And then that's step number 6. I call it the roller coaster sales process, because we have to. If you just gave somebody a beautiful experience. Let me illustrate with this story. I neither confirm nor deny the truthfulness of this story, and I never will. But let's just say, supposing that I woke up one day at 5 a.m. I got up at 5, I cooked breakfast, I took it up to my wife, served it in bed. I said, sweetheart, you stay in bed, you eat dinner. I'll get all 5 of the girls ready for school. I'll get them out the door. I do that. I come back after they're out to school. I come back, I clean up. I say, okay, get yourself ready. I'm going to take you down to the spa. You're going to have a whole day to yourself, getting getting massage, getting your face, getting hands, nails, feet, everything, hair done, makeup done. and I'll pick you up later. I'll take care of everything today. I drop her off. I come home. I clean the house. I clean the yard. I clean myself up. I get the girls home from school. I get their homework done. I get them out the house to their friends for a sleepover. I go and get myself ready. I go pick her up. I take her to this sweet little boutique where she's been eyeballing this black little dress for, the last few months, and I buy it. She looks amazing. We go to dinner. It is amazing. It is in a secluded area, candlelight, violinist, just the wait staff, me and her. It's an amazing meal. We come home. While we've been out, my best friend has put rose petals on the floor and candles going in the house, up the stairs to our bedroom. She walks in. I mean, she's like, I just got notebooked. This is amazing. I am swooning. And as we're walking up the stairs, I say this one little thing. I just go, that dress would look really great on you if you just lost a couple pounds. How is that going to end? Right? I just saw the cringe on all of your faces, right? That night is not going to end the way I wanted it to end. She's going to go into the room. She's going to put on her flannel nightgown, her big fluffy robe. She's going to get under the quilt, turn her back to me, not say a word. But furthermore, 10 years later, if I say, hey, do you remember that day when I did this and this and this? What is she going to remember? She's going to say, yeah, and I remember you called me fat. I never said the word fat, but she's going to say that. That's what she remembers. See, people don't always remember what we say, but they always remember how we made them feel. And usually it's the last thing we made them feel. So the roller coaster sales method takes this beautiful coaching experience you just gave them, and rather than turning into a salesman and pitching them, and you take this beautiful experience, they've taken notes, they're excited to implement what you've given them, and then you sour the whole experience. They'll never open their notes. They'll never come back. And frankly, they will never refer anybody to you because you made them feel icky. So we gotta enter into this sales process. And so I call it the roller coaster sales, where we take them from scarcity, and we take them from money, and we take them into abundance and possibility. And it leaves them with that invitation to say, yeah, I do. I want to do this. And so that's really my 6 steps right there. And it's very gentle. The beautiful thing about it is it helps you lean into being a coach, because I have no sales days.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Every day is a coaching day for me. And because I'm a coach, I look forward to every day, whether it's coaching a client or coaching somebody who's a prospective client. I get to serve, and service earns the sale. That's what my coach meant when he said, you're not a salesman, you're a coach. He said, go ask Mindy. My wife's name is Mindy. He said, because I still didn't believe him. He says, go ask her, what's it like? Because I used to have sales days, and then I had fulfillment days. And he said, what is it? Go ask her if there's a difference in your attitude. So I did. And she says, yeah, on sales call days, you hit the snooze button. You're not out of bed early. You come downstairs. You help the girls get ready, but only if I ask you. You're not proactive. We do family scripture study, but it's like you're just reading the scriptures. There's no teaching. There's no sharing experiences. You're just kind of dragging your feet. And then you get into your studio like 2 seconds before your first call. And I said, okay, what about coaching days? And she said, well, it's totally different. You're out of bed early. You're excited. You're playful with the girls. You're proactive in helping them. Family scripture study. You're really like actually teaching. I went to college to be a seminary teacher. I went to be a religious instructor. And so I love the scriptures, and, and she's like, you're excited. You're into it. And then you're joking with the girls. And then after the calls, after the day, you're like engaged. You're like, girls, let's go to a movie, or let's go out, let's go to dinner, or you're helping with dinner. She says totally different versus like when you come out of a sales call day, even if you made a sale, you're drained, you're kind of a little grumpy, a little standoffish. And so that's my job, my goal, my job as a coach. Remember what I said, a great coach helps you to become more of who you are. Lean into it, live into it. My job is to help you enjoy every single day of your life as a coach so that you can coach as many days as possible. And what Jen has taught you, what Heather's going to teach you tomorrow, is going to show you that and what we talk about in the membership. This is exactly why I invited them to be part of the membership and to add courses, because what you're going to learn in there is how to do that, and how to do it in a way that is very authentic, that is just like Jenna. I mean, guys, don't you love her energy? And you guys are going to love Heather tomorrow. But Jen is authentic. I mean, dyslexic writing and all,
Vivian's,
right?
I need to get one of those, Vivian. You know what? I'm going to put my bam on that. I'm going to say, start making those for all of our clients. I think that's what I'm
Right?
going
We
to do.
should send them out. Maybe that'll be
Yeah.
the welcome package to the membership from here on out.
I love
But
it. I love
but
it.
that's the idea is like Jen is excited and she does it very authentically. And it's just Jenna. And there's no way. Here's the other thing too. We go, what if somebody gets offended? If you're authentically you, people won't be offended. And if they are offended, then they don't need to be following you. They
Yep.
can remove themselves.
They're not your yellow card.
They're not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, here's the thing, right? And this is something to just be thinking about, especially in this like world and social media, right? I'm a Christian. I'm very clear that I'm a Christian. I service people of all religions, but if you talk to me for more than 5 minutes, you know that everything is his, it's not mine. And I know that that repels certain people, and I know that it brings certain people in, and I'm okay with that, right? And I've had people reach out to me in the DMs and be like, hey, I know that you're a Christian. I know you talk about God in your own world. I am not, but I'm choosing to work with you because you stand for something and you're loud about it. Like, I'm not forcing it down anybody. I mean, Allison, you've been in my coaching calls. You know, I'm not like, God said you need to send this DM. Certainly not doing that, right? But like, you have to show up who you are. I have like, I'm weird, I'm crazy, I have typos, I talk faster than I can think sometimes. But I think what's so important as a coach is that you show up with the truth. I don't want to be polished because I don't want people to think you have to be perfect to make money. You don't. I am crazy. We were talking about it earlier. Like, I can sell on social media all day. I can barely get myself on an airplane without a handler. Like, we joke, Jenna needs a handler.
Yeah.
Because there's other places in my life I fall apart, right? But I think the more you can show up in your truth and who you are, your yellow cars will find you and they'll love that about you. And if they're not okay with that, they will leave, and that is okay too. Go ahead, Allison.
Well, and I just want to, we were just talking about how I am Jenna's yellow car. I basically bought everything she sells at this point. But I will tell you, I actually started working with Group Track a year and a half ago because I was doing OBM services for a client who wanted to use Group Track. And so I was like the VA doing, yeah, that's how I started. That client ended up canceling her membership with Group Track, but I was already in Jenna's Facebook group. We were already connected on Facebook. And because I loved Jenna, I stayed following Jenna forever. Lindsay sent me DMs and I was like, I'm on LinkedIn, not on Facebook. I can't use Group Track. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one of those things. And then all of a sudden, Jenna moved to LinkedIn and I was like, I'm in 10 times over. And since then, I've literally just bought everything Jenna sells at this point, right? And but I stayed with Jenna for a year because of Jenna, not because of Group Track, not because of her offer, because in my mind, I couldn't use it because I don't do Facebook, I do LinkedIn. So
Well,
I'll
now
just
you
say
do
that.
Facebook.
Well, now point
Surprise.
is that Group Track brought me in because of someone else, but I stayed for Jenna, and then I became one of her best. I'll just say it. I'm one of your best clients.
You are. She did tell me she would name it her next child after me if she had one. I'm just gonna say
But I
that.
have 5, and I'm not having any more, so too bad. But if I get a pet, are you okay
I
with
would
the
take a
dog
pet.
taking, Jenna?
I would fully take a pet. I would be so honored, truly, truly. That actually might need to be on my bucket list now. Have someone. I would also
your
like
dog.
to ordain, like be a whatever. I want to marry someone. So if anybody's in the market to get married, just so you know, it's like on my list. And I really need to do it. So just putting it out there. If you don't ask, answer is a no, says Josh.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I just want to just state one more thing too. Again, like I have a lot of people that aren't Christian that work with me. And what I say is, if you can translate what I'm saying, for example, I literally take the creation story from the Bible as a productivity lesson. I say, look, not only did God rest at the end of the week, but guess what? He rested every night. He called his work good, because what do we do as coaches? We want to be perfect. Even God didn't say it was perfect. He called it good, and then he went to bed. He took the night off. He went back with his family, did whatever God does when he's not creating, right? And so if you can translate the principle, again, like Jen said, I'm not preaching at you. I'm just saying, here's a story we're all familiar with. We all are familiar, whether you're Christian or not, with the creation story of God created the earth in 6 days and rested on the seventh.
Yeah.
If you can translate the principle, you can work with me. If you can't, then you can't work with me. But that's okay, because there's 8 billion people on the planet now, I think last time we checked, or close to it. And as I said, it's not my job to convince her, it's my job to drop the pebble and let God handle the ripples. And so I show up as me and with my bulldog, with my 5 daughters, with Star Trek behind me, and Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. I almost said Dean Martin today when I was talking about Dean Graziosi. I almost said Dean Martin. I was like, no,
That's
no, no,
cute.
wrong. So, you know, if you know that about me, you know I love movies from the 80s, you know that I'm a science fiction geek, and that's okay. And if you can work with me, then great. And if you can't, then great. And because at the end of the day, I want my people to be just as much, and here I am, I'm going to say a swear. My daughters, if they overheard me, they make me put money in the jar. Um, I want my people to be as much hell yeah for me as I'm hell yeah for them, right? I want to wake up and look at my planner and go, it's a Viv day. It's a Dr. Deborah day. It's a Brad day. It's an Allison day. It's a Cordis day. It's a Danielle day. I don't want to wake up and go, oh, you know that Danielle? Oh man. Oh, she is
Why
just,
are we all
oh,
obsessed with Dr. Deborah? Did you notice that? Every single one of us is like, Dr. Deborah. She's our yellow
amazing.
card for
She's
sure. Oh, I
amazing.
love
You're
you.
all amazing. I
I
mean,
know.
and you guys are, and
Sorry,
that's
my
it.
daughter and grandson just stopped by, so I just gotta.
Look at that
I
baby.
just got a
Oh
little
my
Brad,
high.
Dr. Deborah is in this
Hi.
call. She's a VIP client, but I think she might work with all of us individually. She
She
must
does.
because
She does.
we're all
Yeah.
like, she's here.
I think she was a mutual referral from all of us. Like we all referred her to, we're like, you got to talk with
No,
so-and-so.
Josh referred me to Heather, and Heather referred me to Jenna.
There you go.
Amazing. And then Devin also is somewhere in there.
And
Yeah,
that's
he's a part of another program with me, but he didn't refer me. It was
Oh,
Josh.
oh,
and
thanks, Josh.
And by the way, guys, that's exactly what I want the membership to be. I
Yeah.
want us referring people back and forth. I want to create a network of tight-knit coaches that are supporting each other and saying, hey, I can't help you, but this person could. You know,
Yep.
when Dr. DeBoer and I met, she's not a client of mine, but we spent 2 hours together. We had a great call, and I was able to help her. And she says, not right now. I don't think it's quite right. Great. Then she says, I need a VA. Do you know? Perfect. I know somebody. And so that's exactly what we want to create. And that's honestly, I am so tired of the the mind. Again, my sci-fi brain goes to when Princess Leia told Grand Moff Tarkin that the tighter he squeezes, the more star systems will slip through his fingers. I'm tired of that mentality. I love this sharing mentality, this let's refer each other. I can't help you, this person can. That person says the same thing to one of their clients and sends them my way. And that's exactly what we're here for. I mean, we're here on this planet to help each other, at the end of the day.
Fun fact, someone just messaged me who's getting your membership, by the way. She had a question about it, Josh, but she was like, I'm driving and I'm seeing yellow cars everywhere. Told you guys it would happen. Just wait. You're all in your car, or
Yeah.
you're not in your car yet, but just wait. So I know we have 5 minutes left of the VIP session, right? Because I know I got to go help people work their leads. Allison is like going to go from one call with me. I don't know if you're coming today, Dr. Deborah, but you poor people who have had to listen to me since 9 o'clock till 1 o'clock today. That's a long day with Jenna. But if you had like, I just feel like if I could get this dang answer, I could move forward. And you just wish you had someone you could ask that has been through it. What do you want to know? Is there something that you're just like, I just wish I could ask this one thing? And if you don't, that's okay. We can give you some ideas, but I just want to give you an opportunity, right? Not often you get to just sit with coaches that are doing the thing and have, been where you've been and are willing to just be like, I'll give whatever I can to you. Is there anything that's just sticking out to you guys? Usually it's, I need more leads. Just put that in your mouth in case you don't, but hopefully you're like, well, shizzle, I have too many leads now. I mean, hopefully that's the goal, right? Is there anything else that you guys can think of that you're like, if I felt like I just knew this, things would be better?
I'll throw something out there. So obviously I'm in your Work My Leads and I'm getting into the whole monthly trigger event thing or whatever. And starting next week, I'm promoting 2 weeks for my trigger event. My other thing though is I never post content about my actual signature program. And so will it confuse my leads if I'm posting both sign up for my $97 trigger event and then the next day I'm posting, hey, my signature program? Like, will it confuse them if there's, quote, 2 offers being posted?
Okay. I love this question so much. I'm going to refer to our architected offer because I feel like this is just the easiest way to like kind of visualize your. Why is my thing so just, oh, there it is. I just can't read. That's all. It's there. I just can't read it. So this is kind of how we teach people to build their offers, right? This is your full house. This is what you're trying to sell, which is your entire offer, right? You're doing a trigger event to sell one of the cinder blocks so that they get their foot in the door. So eventually they buy the whole house, right? So I would say high level, you're always talking about this, right? So I'll give you an example, right? If my result that I'm helping people is to get more sales from social media, I will always talk about the fact that you need to get more leads, nurture them, convert them, and keep them, or you have no business, right? So you will always hear me talking about that every single week, right? You don't need a lot of followers. You don't blah, blah, blah. You just need to talk to humans, make offers, and keep them buying your product. I will say that almost every day, right? Then when you get into just the little piece, you just connect it to the big house, right? To say, hey, one of the, easiest way to get more leads is to use your social media profile as a funnel. It's the way that you get the leads so that you can. Do you know what I mean? So my answer, long way to say it, or short way to say it is speak about the cinder block for those 2 weeks, but always relate it to how it's a piece of the house. Does that help? Or I can give you an
Yeah,
example.
no,
if
that
you
makes
want.
sense. So like if I'm promoting the trigger event in that caption, it should also be like this is a piece of the larger blah blah blah. That makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, and then always remember this. Nobody sees all your posts. No one in the world, not even my husband sees my posts, right? And I literally make him, it's like, you better be liking my posts, sir, right? And he still doesn't see them, okay? So you have to just make sure that like, I mean, I'm posting like maybe 5 a day, right? Because I just talk on social media. I'm not trying to be smart, right? I'm like, and typically what happens is I talk to a client and I'm like, I wish they knew this. And then I just post it. You know what I mean? But I think you want to just always be known as the girl who is helping CEOs do this thing. And then the micro pieces of content are how to do that thing, right? So if you're like, oh my God, I'm so tired of, CEOs not being productive and not acting like a leader and blah, 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 and this is why their business is failing. This week, we're doing a training that's going to give you the first step to, get closer to that place you want to be. So like, you just kind of tie it together. Hopefully that helps. All right, Allison, we got to go to another call, my friend.
I've got another call to jump into. So
Okay. Amazing.
so great seeing all of you. And we will have the Facebook group open too. So feel free to jump in there, ask questions, converse with us. We'll be in there. So
Absolutely.
all right. Thank you, everybody.
everyone.
See you all tomorrow.
Dawn's showing up tomorrow. We'll see ya.